This coming Sunday is the 9th of Av, known as Tisha B'AV. This is the day marked on the Jewish calendar for mourning and repenting from our behaviors that contributed to the destruction of both the first and second temples. It also commemorates other tragic events in Jewish history. We are very meticulous about the observances on this day because they are meant to reflect on the behaviors that have contributed to many years of exile. Despite our current success with the rebuilding of the land of Israel, nonetheless, the third temple has not been rebuilt. So on a normal year, when Tisha B'AV does not fall out on Shabbos itself and pushed off to Sunday, the reduction of practices is increased on the day before Tisha B'AV. So we reduce Torah study from midday onward, erev Tisha B'AV, and there are certain specific topics that may be covered that day. We also do not say Tachanun on those days. And on regular years after Mincha is prayed, we have a very simple meal called the Suda Mafsekes, where it is prohibited to eat meat and to drink wine, which is extended by Ashkenazi custom to the 9 days itself, and even according to many Sephardic customs. Nonetheless, this year it falls out on Shabbos. So when Shabbos is the day before Tisha B'AV, one may eat normal Shabbos meals, including meat and having wine. You may also eat with company, but you should not have enough company to have a mezumin, meaning when you have 3 adult males in attendance. We also treat it like a somewhat holiday, so just like we eliminate Tachanun at Mincha, we also skip the Av HaRachamim prayers, and we also skip Tzidkas HaSedek. Some people also restrict Torah learning, but the custom of the Gra was not to have any types of public mourning. So, since Tisha B'AV begins immediately at nightfall, one says Baruch HaMavdil, and they change their Shabbos clothing at that night. However, all we change is our shoes in the evening because people will be reciting their prayer services at night, and then they can go change. They'll change their shoes only. So, in another class, we will go over the longer editions of the restrictions, but we'll briefly summarize them here. On Tisha B'AV itself, one must refrain from eating and drinking. However, because it is a public fast, there is room for leniency for people who are ill. We also refrain from forms of bathing and washing, including washing our hands, except for the ritual washing upon waking or upon going to use the restroom. We're also not allowed to do any forms of anointing, and we also refrain from wearing leather shoes.